One tweet wiped $150 billion off Wall Street. A single post threatened to strand NASA astronauts in orbit. And now the world's richest man is calling the US president an Epstein insider. The Trump-Musk alliance just detonated in public view. Stocks are crashing, impeachment hashtags are trending, and SpaceX has the White House on hostage notice. In the next few minutes, you'll see the receipts. The EV mandate kill shot that sparked it, the billions each side could still lose, and the nuclear options both men are dangling if this feud goes full scorched earth. Buckle up, because when a president and a tech titan start firing live rounds on social media, the collateral damage hits everyone. It started as the ultimate power handshake. Back in late 2024, Elon Musk pumped more than $250 million into Republican campaigns, then landed an unofficial cabinet-level perch as Trump's efficiency czar. The perks were enormous. SpaceX secured $22 billion in federal launch contracts, Tesla paraded its EV fleet down the White House driveway, and Musk's Department of Government Efficiency slashed whole agency budgets while Trump basked in Wall Street applause. Cameras caught the two trading MAGA hats for photo ops, swapping mutual praise. Trump called Musk America's Da Vinci. Musk tweeted that Trump was right about everything. But that honeymoon depended on one pillar: the federal push to electrify America's roads. When Trump stunned regulators in May by axing the 2035 nationwide EV mandate, essentially vaporizing Tesla's guaranteed demand curve, the partnership went from cozy to combustible overnight. Musk's net worth shed $20 billion in a single trading session, and insiders say that's the moment SpaceX lobbyists flipped from "we POTUS" to emergency damage control mode. The fuse lit on May 27th, 9:02 a.m. Eastern, when a 42-word White House memo hit the Federal Register. Effective immediately, the national 2035 electric vehicle requirement is rescinded. Wall Street blinked, and Tesla shares fell into free spin. In 4 trading hours, the stock lost 14%, vaporizing $150 billion in market cap and erasing nearly $20 billion from Musk's personal fortune. Analysts called it the single worst morning for Tesla since the 2018 SEC tweet fiasco. Trump celebrated on Truth Social. "Nobody wants cars that die in the rain. We're saving consumers billions. Elon knew this was coming." He didn't stop there. A second post threatened to terminate every last subsidy and contract if Musk keeps whining. Musk's reply? A single X tweet of 8 words that detonated across the internet. "Trump is in the Epstein files. Have a nice day." Hashtags Trump Epstein trended within minutes. The bromance had officially become a ballistic exchange, with investors, taxpayers, and even astronauts suddenly caught in the blast radius. If Wall Street took the first punch, the internet absorbed the knockout combo. Within 30 minutes of Musk's Epstein files tweet, hashtag Trump Epstein racked up 90 million impressions. By sunset, it had eclipsed the Super Bowl's hashtag traffic. Meme lords spliced Trump rally clips with flight log PDFs. Verified MAGA accounts fired back, labeling Musk a deep state cyborg. Fueling the frenzy, Musk hit send on a retweet of a post that read, "Impeach Trump, replace him with JD Vance." He added a single word: yes. Screenshots of the endorsement spread faster than any official campaign ad. Political bookmakers in London slashed odds on a House impeachment motion inside 6 hours. Trump counter-programmed on Truth Social. Cutting Elon's endless government gravy is the fastest way to balance the budget. Billions saved. America first. He included a mock executive order titled Subsidy Sunset Act, and MAGA influencers began chanting, "Defund Dragon." SpaceX employees woke to burner phone pings warning that their next Falcon 9 launch might become a bargaining chip. With 2 keystrokes, the tech titan and the former president turned a policy dispute into a digital civil war, one where share prices, congressional seats, and even the International Space Station suddenly hang in the algorithmic crossfire. The economic tremors became literal launchpad jitters. As Asian markets opened, an early rally on upbeat US-China trade chatter reversed when Tesla's freefall bled into tech indices. By closing bell in New York, analysts tallied a $450 billion swing across global exchanges, solely tied to the Musk-Trump feud. But Wall Street wasn't the only arena rattling. NASA officials spent the day in crisis meetings after Musk quote-tweeted a journalist with an ominous pledge. "If federal witch hunts escalate, Dragon capsules will hibernate. Your move." Translation: SpaceX might pause the very spacecraft that ferries US astronauts and supplies to the International Space Station. Behind closed doors, NASA's commercial crew managers confirmed they hold $22 billion in active SpaceX contracts. Losing Dragon, even temporarily, would leave America dependent on costly foreign alternatives, or ground crews altogether. One agency insider told CNBC, "A Twitter feud could strand astronauts. That's not hyperbole." Meanwhile, bond markets priced in new risk premiums for any company with a heavy government contract footprint. Defense giants, satellite operators, even infrastructure builders dipped on rumors Trump could broaden his subsidy purge to prove a point. What began as political theatre now threatens supply chains on Earth and life support lines in orbit, adding literal gravity to a digital shouting match. Capitol Hill felt the aftershocks before lunchtime. GOP strategists, many whose 2024 victories were fueled by Musk's $250 million super PAC, scrambled onto group calls titled Money versus MAGA. One aide to a vulnerable swing state senator whispered to Axios, "We can't afford to alienate either bank account." Cable news split like a fault line. Fox Primetime framed Musk as a tech tyrant holding astronauts hostage, while MSNBC looped clips of Trump's subsidy threats alongside graphics reading "Government Retaliation." Even business networks, usually bullish on SpaceX, aired side-by-side charts. Tesla in red freefall, SpaceX contract totals in bright yellow. On X, conservative mega-influencer accounts posted side-by-side polls. Who do you trust with America's future, Elon or Don? The results skewed 52-48, too close for comfort inside either war room. Meanwhile, progressive voices seized on the fallout. Maybe billionaire subsidies were a bad idea all along. Late afternoon, an unexpected player surfaced. Congressional Democrats floated a bipartisan Subsidy Transparency Act, a move insiders say could drag both men and every dime of federal contracting into televised hearings this fall. The takeaway? What began as a Twitter brawl is now reshaping campaign cash flows, polarizing media narratives, and teeing up legislative crossfire that could redraw the map of corporate government partnerships for years. Both camps now hint at moves so extreme they'd scorch the entire playing field. Trump's playbook is blunt force policy. Insiders say a draft executive order titled America First Procurement is circulating. Its fine print would suspend all federal contracts with companies whose executives publicly defame the office of the president. SpaceX, Tesla's battery storage deals with the Pentagon, even Starlink's Ukraine link-ups could vanish overnight. Lobbyists warn it might also trigger SEC scrutiny into Tesla's accounting for EV tax credits, an audit that could stretch years and freeze expansion plans. Musk's arsenal is data and distribution. Rumors suggest he's sitting on encrypted Oval Office emails about debt ceiling brinkmanship, messages that, if leaked, could embarrass half of Washington. He also controls two megaphones, 220 million X-followers, and Starlink satellites that blanket battleground states. If Musk throttled coverage at a critical moment or promoted a third-party challenger, pollsters say it could shift a close election by single digits. Both nukes carry mutually assured destruction. Trump's order would hammer US space access. Musk's leaks could torch political capital and spook defense planners. For now, each side merely rattles the warhead, hoping the other blinks first. When titans clash, collateral damage piles highest in the middle. Shareholders have already felt the sting. Tesla's $150 billion vaporized in 2 trading days dwarfs most Fortune 500 market caps. Retirement funds and ETFs heavy on TSLA just watched a month of gains disappear because 2 egos sparred online. If SpaceX contracts stall, public sector pension plans, big buyers of government bond-backed launch notes, face fresh risk too. Taxpayers aren't far behind. A Dragon stand-down means NASA must buy emergency Soyuz seats or pay Boeing's Starliner premium. Either way, the bill lands on the public. Trump's contract kill threat would also force costly rebids, delaying satellites, missile defense upgrades, and rural broadband rollouts. Rank-and-file workers stand on the thinnest ice. Tesla's Fremont line employs 22,000, SpaceX's Hawthorne campus another 10,000. If subsidies vanish or launches pause, pink slip season follows, people with mortgages, not Twitter blue checks. Politically, swing state candidates bankrolled by Musk money now risk donor desert. Yet trashing the world's most famous entrepreneur could also alienate tech-savvy independents Trump needs to win Arizona and Georgia. Bottom line, in a scorched earth scenario, Trump's war chest shrinks, Musk's empire stalls, but pension holders, factory workers and US taxpayers foot the steepest bill. A week ago, Musk and Trump were trading high fives over budget cuts. Today, they're trading nuclear threats that could ground astronauts, torch stock markets, and drag Congress into a subsidy witch hunt. One executive order or one Starlink throttle flip, and millions of investors, workers, and voters become collateral. So the question isn't who throws the next punch, it's who can afford the next scar. If Trump yanks the contracts, America's space program stalls. If Musk drops Oval Office emails or throttles bandwidth, an election map could tilt overnight. Either move ignites investigations, market panics, and layoffs far beyond the Beltway and Silicon Valley. Whose nuclear button hurts more? Should government dollars ever hinge on Twitter feuds? Drop your take below, smash the like button if you want real-time updates, and hit subscribe, because when two superpowers share the same stage, the next tweet might rewrite policy, markets, and even low Earth orbit.